Good morning.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Hope everyone had a great weekend.
And if you're celebrating Mother's Day somehow, happy belated Mother's Day. Hope you enjoyed the day. Yeah. Abigail. She got up on the wrong side of the bed, growling and barking.
Very grumpy today. For Abby forecast today, grumps.
Grumps with a chance of growls.
Large chance of growls. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning, Jen.
Good morning, Mom.
Yeah, if you have any requests, send that through. We'd love to hear from you. And this week, it's looking pretty nice. Quite spring-like. Spent some time in the backyard yesterday.
Yeah, we did some
good.
gardening.
Some gardening, yeah.
Plant repotting with my mom.
That's true. Your mom's kind of the pro.
Yeah, she really enjoyed it, so it was good. Yeah.
Queen's mom used to own a florist, actually. Or used to be a florist.
Yeah, not own a florist. That's weird.
Used to be a florist.
Yeah.
And she's very talented.
So every time I'm like, Mom, plant!
Yeah.
It's dead. What do I do?
I mean, you've gotten better. You've gotten much better.
Oh my gosh, like, totally
Exponentially better.
better.
Yeah. Our friend Angie gifted us some air plants and a snake plant.
A couple of snake, like 2 or 3 snake plants.
And that snake plant has become like
50 snake plants.
maybe 15 snake plants.
It's way too many.
Yeah.
And then we took a cactus, like a part of the cactus from your parents' place.
Yeah.
And it's
Still
like, if you've seen like our big cactus, it's that.
Yeah.
we
That started
also
on, I think,
had,
as
like,
like 2 pieces.
Yeah,
2 little
tiny pieces. And then we actually broke it off into other smaller pieces too, because it's too big.
Yeah.
Anyways, random plant facts about our plant facts.
Yeah. We used to joke about you not having a green thumb, but you got much
I
better.
killed everything before.
True. This is true. It must be Abby that trained us.
Well, if we could keep a dog alive.
Yeah, we can keep a plant alive. This is true.
It's a little different. I don't know. Plants can't tell. Like, I mean, they do tell you they need water and
They
stuff,
do,
but if
you
you
can see.
but a dog will bother you more if you forget to feed a dog.
Wow. On that note, let's get started. Starting in
rambles.
a comfortable seated position, sit cross-legged or kneeling, and stop the spine up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Follow the breath here, in through the nose, out through the nose. Not forcing the breath, but beginning to lengthen the inhales and your exhales. As you lengthen this breath, become aware of the bits of the body that you're breathing into. Recognize if you're mostly breathing into your chest, your throat, maybe even just your nose. Without straining, can you draw that breath a little deeper? Down to the ribs, down to your belly. Taking your time with each cycle. That slow and steady breath, stimulating the vagus nerve, slows the heart rate, begins to put us into the parasympathetic nervous system. But just recognize that it's not always an instantaneous effect. These shifts in our nervous system, in our emotional state, our mental state, it can take a little time. Just like stretching a tight hamstring or a sore shoulder. There's no need to rush. Take your time. Just recognizing the incremental shifts that start to happen. Bit by bit. You might feel the jaw soften, the shoulders relax. Maybe where the hands and the feet have been clenching and squeezing, they start to relax as well. Assigning a simple count to your breath. Count for 3 in, and then pause at the top. Hold your breath. Count for 3. Then exhale for 3. Pause at the bottom and hold the breath for 3. Inhaling for 3. And so we start to add a bit of retention at the top and the bottom of our breath. Kumbhaka. If it feels really uncomfortable, makes you feel lightheaded or just achy, you can make that kumbhaka or your retention shorter than a count of 3. Last few cycles. Calm, steady box breath. Carefully connect your palms in prayer at heart center. Thumbs rest into the sternum. Let's start to the sound of a single Om. Inhale. Bow your head. Blink your eyes open.
All right, let's come into a tabletop position. Sorry, we need her in the
You
face.
picked her up as I was moving.
I didn't pick her up, she got up herself. Alright, in your tabletop, you can move either into a child's pose or a puppy pose. So up to you. Child's pose, your hips sink all the way back. Puppy, your hips stay over the knees. Hands walk forward, melting your chest down. So in puppy pose, you get a bit more of that stretch in your chest, your shoulders, armpits, even around the ribs. In your child's pose, you feel more maybe in the hips, your glutes, low back, your thighs, shins. Take a deep breath in through the nose and open your mouth, sigh that breath out. So whether you're in puppy or child's pose, I want you to keep the right arm there. Slide the left palm next to your face. Push into the left hand. Let your right shoulder, right armpit come down a little more. Turn your gaze to the left. Maybe lifting your left shoulder up. So it's a tiny bit of a twist. Just make sure you're not experiencing any pinching or sharp pain in your right shoulder. And slowly returning through center. Left arm forward, right arm by your face or under your right shoulder. Let your left armpit come down. Try to lift the right shoulder up a touch. And letting the left shoulder, armpit, left side of your torso get a little bit more of that stretch. Head can turn to the right side. And then lifting your torso a touch just to return the arms back where they started, reaching them forward. Take another really deep breath in through the nose. Sigh that breath out. And that's it, just slide forward so you bring your belly and your chest down, straighten the legs behind you, slide your palms next to your chest with your elbows pointing up to the ceiling. Toes are untucked, and when you inhale, draw your shoulders back, lift your heart forward. Come into your cobra. Exhale, slowly release. So again, breathe in, draw your shoulders back as you lift your heart, maybe going a little higher if the spine feels good. Exhale, coming down. One more time, breathe in. Stretching out the front body and also waking up the muscles that run along the back. Exhale, coming down. Push back into tabletop when you breathe in. We'll tuck the toes, start to lift the knees up, come into a downward facing dog when you breathe out. Relax your head. Feel free to move around a little in this first down dog. Turning the head, pedal the heels, sway the hips. Good. And then we'll start to walk the hands towards the feet, coming towards the back of the mat. Once you're there, inhale to a halfway lift, arch your spine, look forward, exhale, fold. Push into your feet, lift all the way up when you inhale. When you exhale, bring your left hand by your left thigh, reach your right arm up and over to the left side. Add a little bit of a side bend. Breathe into the side body. And then have your right shoulder come closer to your left leg as you round your spine. Start to fold from the left side. Bringing your torso through center for a moment. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold again. Push into your feet, lift all the way up, breathe in. Right hand by your side, reach your left arm over to the right side. Good, make your side body long, ground into your left foot. Breathe. Start to bring left shoulder, right leg closer together as you round your back. Coming to the right side and then through center, pausing there for a moment. Again, you can hold opposite elbows, so dangle the spine. You can wrap your arms around the legs, hold your ankles or your calves. Good. Next time you inhale, just come to a halfway lift again, releasing your hands, look forward. And as you exhale, you walk the palms towards the top of the mat. Coming back to your downward facing dog. When you inhale, come to plank pose. We'll lift the left hand up, turn the toes to the left side, come briefly into side plank. Take another breath in. And when you exhale, place your left hand down, lower all the way onto your belly. Untuck your toes, draw your shoulders back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, release. Again, breathe in. Lead the motion with the shoulders pulling back. Back body engaging, hands are only helping a little. Exhale, coming down. One more time, deep breath in, lift up. Exhale, release. Tabletop when you inhale. Melt your hips back into a child's pose when you exhale, just for a moment here. Breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. Come to your down dog when you inhale. Good. Next time you breathe in, come to plank. Left hand will stay. We're going to reach the right arm up. Turn the toes to the right side, ground into the left, take another breath in. When you exhale, right hand comes down to the mat. We're gonna lower all the way again onto the belly, untuck the toes, breathe in cobra, back strong, legs active. Exhale, release. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more time, breathe. And release. Tabletop inhale. Downward dog exhale. Good. From down dog, I want you to look forward on the next breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet towards the top of your mat. Inhale into a halfway lift once you get there. And exhale, fold forward. Push into your feet, lift all the way up. Inhale. Connect your palms overhead. Bend your elbows, bring your thumbs to the back of your neck. Have your elbows about shoulder width so it's not too wide. Good, and push your elbows upwards. Your head gently presses back into your forearms. Good. At the same time, draw the belly in so you're not pushing your hips forward too much, but lifting your chest up towards the ceiling. Lift your elbows up to the ceiling. Take another inhale. And when you exhale, fold forward, release the hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Good. When you exhale, keep your right foot there. Send your left leg all the way back. Lower the left knee. Inhale, reach your arms out. Allow your hips to melt forward. Bring your right hand to your left shoulder. Bring your left arm back. Down, forward, and up. So drawing circles. With the right hand there, notice if you're really turning your chest to make these arm movements. Keeping your chest facing forward. Feeling the movement of the left shoulder. Good. And then we'll bring the left hand down onto the mat. Release the right hand. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, reach your right arm up. Come into a twist. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, release the right hand down. Keep the back knee lifted. When you inhale next, reach your arms forward and up. Come into a high lunge. Good. Allow the hips to melt. Squeeze the thighs. Arms reach. Take another breath in. And then open up, warrior two. Right arm forward, left arm back. Reverse your warrior. Right arm reaching up and back. Keep your front knee bent. Good. And then inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale, bring your hands to the hips. Lift the back heel, face the front. Keep their front knee bent, lean forward, bringing all the way into the right foot. You can lightly hop the left foot forward a couple of steps. Find warrior three, lifting your left leg up. So try to bring your left shoulder and hip down, squaring it towards the ground. Good. Take another breath in. Exhale, left foot steps forward, stand up. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, come into a chair pose. Palms can come to prayer. Puff the chest forward. Keep the legs and just turn your chest to the right side. Keeping the legs strong. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, pull forward. Breathe into a halfway lift. Good. And then bring your hands back down onto the mat, but bring it slightly further forward so that's not too close to your feet. Good. Your hands can also come to a block. Now we're going to lift the left leg up again. Right hand's going to stay this time. We'll slowly lift the left arm up. Left hip, left shoulder now opens to the left side of your mat. Watch your balance here. Grounding into that right foot. Lift the left leg, the leg that's in the air, higher. Your right hand can stay, or you might not need it. You might float the right hand. Take another inhale. I want you to find warrior two again. So bend your right knee. Bring your left foot lightly to the back of the mat. Widen the stance if you need. Arms reach wide. Bring your right arm to the right thigh. Left arm forward into side angle. If you want to make this a little bit more warming for the body, you can reach both arms forward. Keep that front knee bent. Push into your left foot. Breathe in. Exhale, hands come down. Step your right foot all the way back. Come to your plank. Inhale. Exhale, we'll lower all the way onto the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra. Deep breath. Exhale, release. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. Good. Exhale. Tabletop when you breathe in. A brief child's pose when you exhale. Take a deep breath through the nose. Soften the hips, sigh that breath out. Find your downward facing dog again. Your you down dog, always try to work on bringing more weight towards the heels, even if they don't touch the mat. Grabbing the heels downwards, but at the same time, try to lift your hips up, melting your chest towards your toes. Good. When you inhale next, start to look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet towards the top of your mat. Coming to a halfway lift once you're at the top of the mat. Full forward, breathe out. Lift all the way up, inhale, stretch. Good. Exhale, release your arms. Move the head, shoulders. Good. Grounding into the feet. We're going to inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, full forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. When you breathe out, keep your left foot there. Step your right foot all the way back, bringing your right knee down. Inhale, arms lift up. Allow your hips to melt forward. Bring your left hand in front of your right shoulder or chest. Bring your right arm back, down, and forward. So again, trying to draw the circle with your right arm without moving and turning the chest open to the right side too much. So just feeling the mobility of your right arm. And try to make these circles as large and wide as possible. You might notice some clicking in the shoulder. All right, we're going to bring the right hand down onto the mat next to the left foot, and then left arm's going to lift up. Tuck your right toes, lift the right knee, so the back knee is lifted. Breathe in. When you exhale, bring your left hand down. Good. Square your hips. When you're ready, breathe in, arms reach forward and up. Come into your lunge. Good. Squaring the hips. Keep reaching upwards. Strong body here. We'll open up to warrior two. Back heel grounds down. Arms reach wide. Reverse your warrior. Left arm up and back. Bend that front knee. Back leg strong. And then come back to warrior two. Inhale. We exhale, bring the hands to the hips. Lift the back heel. Face the front. Lean forward. Take your time. Bringing weight to your left leg as you start to float your right leg up. Try to square your shoulders, your hips to the floor. So not letting the right hip, right shoulder lift. Take another inhale. And then when you exhale, step your right foot forward to meet the left. Breathe in, arms reach up, legs together. Breathe out, bend your knees, come into a chair pose. Good, keep your toes light in chair. Bring your palms into prayer, sit a little lower. Push into your hands, just turning your chest, not bringing the elbow to the leg. So twisting with the spine, keeping your knees pointing forward. And then inhale through center, exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. When you breathe out, bring your hands down slightly forward in front of your feet. You're going to sweep the right leg all the way back. Left hand might go further out to the left side to give you a better balance. When you're ready, right arm starts to lift up. So you're balancing on left hand, left foot. Try to turn your chest open to the right side. And maybe you're working on floating the left hand. You are quite steady here. And nice and slow, you're going to move into warrior two. Bend your left knee, bring your right foot to the back of the mat, arms reach wide. Good. Bring your left forearm, just touch the left thigh, reach your right arm forward. Good. Keep your front knee bent, your hips low. If you want to stay here or reaching both arms forward, adding a bit more work for your body. Good. Breathe in. And when you exhale, bring hands down. Step your left foot back, come to plank pose, and we'll lower all the way onto the belly again. Inhale, shoulders back, lift the heart. Exhale, release. Again, breathe in, lift up. Deep breath, exhale, come down. Use the strength of your back one more time. Breathe. Exhale, release. Tabletop, inhale. Child's pose, exhale, hips shift back. Again, breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. You can start to find a seated position. So you lift the hips, you can swing the legs forward, shake it out. Bending your right knee, bring the sole of the right foot inside the left thigh. So you can slide something underneath the right leg if you need it. It's quite lifted. We try to work on pressing the leg downwards without using your hands. Flex the left toes. You can add a bend to the left knee. The hamstrings are tight this morning. I want you to reach your arms up, breathe in. And when you exhale, start to come forward. Think reaching forward rather than just coming downwards. You may or may not be able to grab your foot. Don't worry too much about that. Close your eyes here. Feel a sensation in your body. practicing in the mornings, our bodies are usually a little stiffer. It takes some time to kind of find its mobility again after a night of not moving too much. When you inhale, come up. You will lift the right knee, plant the right foot down on the mat. You can hug the leg in, try to puff the chest up, bring your right hand behind you, come into a twist. Keep holding the right leg with the left hand, or you can bring the elbow outside the thigh, or you can work towards a bind. But the foot is on the inside of the left thigh. So sometimes the sensation will be a little different if you're not crossing the foot over. Good. Maybe looking towards the space behind you. Puff the chest up. Pull your right shoulder back a little more. And then slowly release. Straighten the right leg. Shake it out. Bend the left knee. Sole the left foot inside the right thigh. Same thing here. Cushion the left leg if you need. Work on pressing the leg down using the strength of your hip. Feel free to bend the right knee if you need. Arms reach up. Breathe in. Exhale, come forward. And again, notice you might feel one leg tighter than the other, or both legs tighter than normal. Always feeling so stiff in the mornings. So nice slow breaths in, long breaths out.
Or maybe we're just really body aware in the morning.
I'm not awake. All right, so when you inhale next, you're gonna come back up. Lift the left knee. Plant the foot down so it's next to the right thigh. And you can hug the leg in. Right arm still stays hugging the left leg. Left hand behind you. Puff the chest up. Good. You can bring the elbow outside the leg. You can work towards a bind if you want. But draw your left shoulder back. Look towards the space behind you. Breathe. And coming back through center. Shake out the legs. Lie all the way down. Stretch the arms overhead for just an inhale. Sigh that breath out. Bring your arms anywhere that's comfortable for you. Also bend the knees if that feels better for your hips or your low back. Start to close your eyes for a moment here. No efforts. If you need more time here, you're welcome to stay. Otherwise, start to bring some movement back into the body. Move your arms, your legs, turn your head. Breathe deeper, fuller. And when you're ready, you can bend your knees, gently rock up or roll to one side. And you want to find a comfortable seated position again. Spine light, shoulders are relaxed, eyes closed. Reconnecting with your breath, with the body. Just noticing the effects of the last 30 minutes, even if it's a short practice. And connect the palms in front of your heart and close with the sound of Om. Take a deep breath in. Om. your head. Take a moment, thank yourself for making time for your practice. We always thank you for joining us. Hope you're able to find some peace, love, and gratitude. Take that with you, share it with everyone you interact with. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you for joining us. Hope you, again, had a great weekend and an awesome upcoming week. What else do you want to say?
Same idea. Yeah. Join us for practice on Wednesday and Friday, or check out our Zoom schedule to join us for some more live classes that are a bit longer form.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Deanna. Thanks, Claudia. Thank you. Hope you all have a great start to your week. It's good to move. And as always, our classes are on. I mean, we're not as good as with deleting them right now. So take your pick, practice, move throughout your day.
Well, we figured with the lockdown and everything, we would leave some classes up for a little bit longer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Helen. Jenny, thank you. Glad you're able to make it live. Thanks, Sarah, First Frame, Julia, Amanda, thank you. Thanks, Effie, Vanessa, Jen, thanks.
Yeah, I'm feeling my body after that. That was good. Thanks, Queenie.
Oh, you're welcome.
I was feeling stiff today.
I'm feeling very, very uncomfortable. It must be all the
I think it's the gardening. I think it's the gardening stuff.
Like
One
doing
day
one
of
thing like you're not used to, and your body's like, what is that? What are you doing? Thanks, Kim.
So true.
And thank you for leaving messages and saying hi, and just for showing up. It's it gives us purpose.
True.
So thank you.
Even if you're just watching this lying in bed or sitting at your desk.
Yeah.
Still love that you've joined us.
But ideally, you move with us because it feels good. It feels good to move the body.
I think most of them are.
Yeah.
I think most people that are here live are moving with us. Yeah, for sure.
How would you know?
Not because I've ever joined someone's live stream while sitting there. Like, yeah, this is a great class.
Shh.
Not perfect people, just people.
Yeah, some days we don't feel like practicing either, so.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. But, I mean, that's not even really true. Your practice doesn't always have to look like getting on the yoga mat.
Yeah, it's true. But it's more like physical, moving physically is important, but there are days where maybe your body is just really telling you like to take a break, like kind of, I think that's a fine line that's tough to figure out. Mm-hmm. Like when to listen to your body and then when to like force it to, and you actually feel better after you move.
It's
so
true.
That is also something that
you guys are really stiff and sore. You're like, I should just take a break, but really
like no, you should move.
You'll get even more stiff and more sore.
But then there are certain days where it's like, no, you really you benefit from resting, and I think it's just being a little bit disconnected to our bodies and stuff like that. So it's hard to figure out.
Maybe it's less just listening to the body and more listening to your intuition.
Yeah, it's true.
Intuition is very powerful. And you kind of
know.
know.
I always second guess my intuition. I'm like, is it my intuition or is it just me being lazy or me being like type A? So my intuition gets buried with like in thoughts and doubts.
Yeah. It's fair.
Toronto Yoga Girl says, just do it mentally in your head. That works too. Actually there's been studies where, like if you mentally visualize doing certain things, you actually get better without actually having to do it with your body. I mean, they did a study, I think, with Olympic athletes, like separated them into 2 groups. One will just practice, or 3 groups. One didn't practice, one practiced physically, one practiced and did visualizations. And the group that did visualizations actually...
Mindfulness training is a real thing for athletes, for sure. George Mumford has been working with the NBA for years and years, and it's like to great effect.
We were very lucky to do a session with him, right? Like with Lululemon.
We did a short session with him with Lululemon 4 or 5 years
ago. A long time ago.
Like it was a while ago. Yeah, for sure.
But anyways, there's our rambling for Monday. Thanks, Toronto Yoga Girl, for suggesting that people could still you could actually sit with our thing and mentally imagine doing the class, I guess.
Yeah. And if you've been really busy mentally, let's say you're like writing proposals and you're doing all kinds of stuff and you're like, why am I so tired? Just also remember that your brain is using 20% of your energy every day, right? So that's still a significant chunk of energy that this uses up. So don't feel bad if you're like, well, I'm really tired and all I've really been doing is sitting and getting work done. It's okay, right? That has to happen sometimes too. So you might still need to take a break, even if you haven't been doing a lot of stuff physically, but a lot of stuff mentally. You actually also might need some time to rest and recover from that effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Be kind to yourself this week. Go and enjoy. Have your favorite warm beverage this morning, whatever that may be. And we will see you on Wednesday. Bye. Everyone.